and
Kill!
You know what it is, man. You're locked into Third and Kill where they keep it real. And if you don't know, you're going to learn today. Third and Kill, baby, and I'm out. Let's go.
Third and Teal.
Third and Teal, baby.
I'm sure you guys have already immediately noticed. We're missing Mr. Producer Man. Mr. Producer Man could not be here tonight. We got some stuff going on. But you know we had to talk about that ass whooping we just put on the Colts. Ain't no way we was letting that slide, huh?
Nay, we weren't letting that slide at all. All the smack that was talked during the week, yeah, we not letting that slide at all.
No, especially not with the idea that, you know, this was a must-win game, right? Where they're like, oh, the Jaguars have to win this game, and this is the make or break for them. Like, this will show you if they're real or not. And to not only win, but to decimate a team, like to absolutely tear them down.
Right.
Hey, we not grammaring nothing, Robert.
Not at all.
I'll tell you what, though. Belt to ass was delivered. What'd you see, Eric? Just give me an overview of the game. How you doing? How you feeling? What's going on?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Feeling my age a little bit, but hey, that's normal. So anyway, I'm doing good. Hey, you know, this game Sunday, it was it was a pleasure watching this team grow. You know, as you watch the team from the beginning to look at where they are now, it's really amazing. And yeah, the Colts didn't have an answer for us, whether Daniel Jones stayed in or not. There wasn't no answer, you know, at all. So, you know, it was a good win. It was a very good win, and you know, I'm happy. Put it that way. And you know, I'm one of the biggest critics. I find something wrong, but yeah, it was a good win. It was an important win. We needed that for real.
I feel the same way. I feel like watching that game from start to finish, I felt happy with just about everything. I mean, I did find myself at times with the same argument that I had before, which was, why are we playing this cushy zone? I felt like even some of those field goals that they got should not have been given.
Agreed.
Just because we walked them down the field. We let them have it. And I mean, let them have it such a loose term now. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
Let them have it such a loose term now. But when you talk about like a team that's dominating from start to finish,
right,
and we're having our way with them in every facet of the game, you're not going to convince me that us playing 10 yards off the ball is not some kind of intentional idea.
Yeah. Well, you know, Campanelli, he likes that's the type of defense he likes for the corners to have their eyes in the back, you know, on the quarterback. But yeah, I'm with you on that. That soft zone that they play drives me bonkers, man. I mean, it drives me crazy. You know, especially when you start seeing them giving up little short passes. He's like, really? What are we doing here? You know, what are we doing? You know, let's get a little sticky. Let's get on these guys. You know, make it hard for the quarterback. When Leonard came in, that's exactly how to draw down the field. You know what I mean? That's exactly
I felt like they got help.
Well,
there was multiple times.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about the penalties right now.
Yeah, that's for later on. I mean,
yeah.
First thing I want to say is, you know, like I've been on a couple podcasts recently. Like, I know you watch multiple podcasts because we're not self-centered guys, believe it or not. We know we're great, but we watch everybody else's stuff too. Okay. We're watching everything. And the general consensus did really seem to be that there were some people that were 50-50. They didn't think we were going to take it. There are some people that thought we could take it. But, you know, Eric, I'm starting to feel like that take that I keep bringing to the show week in and week out is starting to come to light and show itself as, you know, probably one of the better takes I've ever had, that this team doesn't have to be a playoff contender to get there. And this team doesn't have to be a Super Bowl contender to get to the Super Bowl. Like, you got to win games. That's all you got to do. And what I mean by that, like we've talked about, good teams find a way to win. This was a horrible weather day. I can tell you right now, like, it started raining somewhere around middle of the second quarter and it didn't stop. It rained the whole time.
Right.
And it was cold. I saw people flipping. I mean, this is a game where you expect, if we can't run the ball, we're going to lose because it's wet, right?
Right. Right.
Shy away from the pass game in the rain.
Right.
Dude, we opened it up. Like, oh, it's raining? All right, cool. Welcome to backyard ball. I'm going to toss this thing for 30. Like, every time.
Yes. That was, that was a big surprise also, because I thought it was going to be a ground and pound type of a game myself. But Trevor came out, started hitting targets, receivers started catching, and hey, we went on. We did what we had to do.
All I'm saying is, Trevor's that dude, man. That's I've been saying it. Like, I can say it till I'm out of oxygen, but he's him. He is, bro. Like, I mean, you see the inconsistencies here and there, and I understand that it's frustrating to see as a fan. Like, you're gonna see him make a throw, and you're like, what the hell was that? And then you'll see him come back and make like 3 throws that he made to BTJ throughout the whole game, where if they're like a centimeter off, it's deflected or it's not caught.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just dropping them in. Like, I mean, just perfect. Ding. And I found myself in those moments just like, this is the guy. This is what we're talking about. And this is a game that really felt like, for all the true Trevor believers, this was a game that we deserved.
Yes.
Because this guy came out and, like, from the first bell, he's hitting people in stride, dropping in with touch. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's slinging it too hard because he knows it's wet. We saw our first Jacoby Myers drop, but it was really wet. So, I mean, I'm not mad about that. Like,
right.
But all in all, the offense took care of business. Which will bring me to my first point that I got to ask you about. And I think you already know one of the positions I was watching today or Sunday. One of the positions I was watching.
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you think Cole Van Lanen did enough that he starts now?
Man, interesting you asked that question, because I was going to ask you the same question. And the answer to that question is yes, he should stay right where he is right now, because Trevor has some beautiful pockets to throw out of this game. I mean,
I agree.
When you can go through a whole NFL game and don't get hit one time, you know what I mean? There's no other way to put it. He's doing the thing, man. He's performing like a top NFL lineman right now. I know they like to keep him, because he's very flexible, but at this point, Walker Little becomes the extra guy on the offensive line, and we keep Van Lanen in there.
I completely agree. I felt like there were multiple times that I saw Trevor even step into the pocket, which he doesn't do very often.
Right.
He doesn't step up into it. And that being said, like, that shows confidence in the line that he's behind, and that's all he's needed the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he should totally take Walker Little's position, and they should keep Walker Little in concussion protocol. Hey, smack him in the back of the head one more time. Just let him know he's not done yet.
Look, as funny as that sounds, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the team is thinking right now. Hey, take your time, recover from this concussion. We all right. We're all right at this moment.
And if I'm a front office and I'm watching this, I'm thinking, damn, man, I want to see Trevor get into a better rhythm. I think our passing game needs to elevate. We're not challenging teams down the field. That's our biggest problem. The run lanes are hit or miss. Like, what can I do to solidify all of these things? And obviously the answer is the offensive line, but you got to look at where. And we've known that Walker Little is the biggest issue there.
Right.
But giving Van Lanen the start from the beginning to the end 100% changed everything.
Yes, it did.
I think he just needs to slow down, focus on throwing in the receivers and not above the receivers. I mean, that depends on the throw.
Yeah, and depends on the coverage also. Sometimes he has to put it up, and so the receiver should go and get it. We know in the beginning of the games, Trevor, he's a little hype sometimes, and he does overthrow. We know that's something he does. But a lot of times when he placed the ball up high, it's a reason behind it. He's just not throwing it high just to throw it, because you can believe when they practice, he practiced throwing it that way, and they practice catching it that way as well. So, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. The throw to Tim Patrick in the side of the end zone on the run, wet ball. Or, I mean, like rolling out left. The best thing about that play, my favorite thing about that play, since you bring it up, is they put 6 on the line.
Yes.
So there was going to be an unguarded guy. You don't have enough personnel to block every one of the rushers. So Trevor immediately senses that, and he stands in. It's not even just senses. I mean, I'm not trying to like overplay it here. Like, he's not sensing anything. If you're reading the line, you see the guy off the edge. You know you don't have anyone for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you set the blocking assignment. You know who you've got covered and who's not covered.
Right.
So I like that he turned his back, act like he didn't. He stood there just a little bit and rolled back around. Now, we in the past have been like, for the love of God, stop doing the backwards rollout. Stop doing it.
Yes. Yes.
But in all honesty, though, I couldn't be happier that he did it. It was perfect. He knew the way that the routes were going. And we've always talked about this. Eric, you're the one that brought it up to us and then showed us the clip that he said it, that he's more comfortable going that way.
Right. Exactly.
So, I mean, whether we like it or not, that's the way he's comfortable going. But I'll be damned if he didn't roll out, avoid the sack, stay eyes down the field, and deliver a dot on the sideline.
Dot. Yes, he did.
In the rain.
That's
rain. Impeccable.
Yes. Yes. You know what?
All right.
And that's the Trevor we've been looking for and waiting for.
I think he is the best quarterback the Jaguars had in years. I completely agree. Agree, especially in talent-wise.
Right.
Especially in just pure arm talent. And quite honestly, I know this is my dad right here. So
okay.
I know that Mark Brunell was very good. I think Trevor has more arm talent and natural athleticism than we saw from Mark Brunell. Mark Brunell was a more pocket passer, way more accurate. I just think. What you mean? What you talking about, man? What you talking about, Willis? Anyway.
Oh, you know it is.
Oh,
okay.
No, I know who it is. Yeah, that's what I just said. I know who it is. Anyway, I think Trevor's the most athletic prospect we've had at the position, probably in, I would almost venture to say, franchise history. Like, I mean, think about it. David Garrard could run, but he ain't as fast. And he ain't as big. He's not as tall. He's big.
He wasn't as tall, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't as tall. And he had a good arm, but no quarterback we've had has the arm talent that Trevor has. Trevor has a big arm. And not just a big arm, but he can drop it in a bucket in like a 1x1 square yard on the sideline. Like, especially outside the numbers. We do not have a quarterback that could put the ball outside the numbers like Trevor can. We've never had one that could do that. Now, they could do it, but nowhere near to that level. But either way, I think you look at this team from the offensive perspective, the biggest thing that we really got to talk about is Brian Thomas Jr.
Talk about Brian Thomas Jr. You cannot talk about him without the addition of Jacoby Myers, because he has made a big difference in our receiving core. I don't know what he's working with. He's working with them, during practice or what have you. But our receiving core has gotten a lot better, and I do believe Brian Thomas Jr. sitting on the sideline those previous games has helped him recover, number one, from whatever illnesses he had. But sometimes you need to sit back and just watch and learn by that way. And with Jacoby Myers being out on the field and being the professional that he is and not dropping passes, that'll work with you a little bit. That'll eat at you. Either you're gonna come in and you're gonna perform, or see your playing time cut short. So
I agree.
And I think when Brian Thomas Jr. wasn't on the field for them 2 games, you could tell because we couldn't stretch the field.
Mm-mm.
So teams brought their safeties down and covered everybody short. Now that Brian Thomas Jr. is back, we can stretch the field, which opens the field up for Brenton Strange, Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, Tim Patrick. And with him all of a sudden catching the ball again, that's going to make it even better. You know what I mean? Jacoby Myers is a big addition to this team, and it's amazing how he has changed the dynamic of our receiving corps. You can just see it, and Trevor has become more confident in the receivers, because he's not just trying to get it to Brian Thomas Jr. anymore, or just Brent Strange. He's spreading the ball around, which also makes it hard for a defense to lock into one player.
I don't say this one right here now. You're going to have some motherfuckers mad about this.
If you notice, but in the past week, Trevor Lawrence is number 2 behind Matthew Stafford.
It's accurate.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
I mean, he's been balling. He really has been balling,
Yeah. And, I have this right here for us. You have the top 5 scoring offenses in the last 5 weeks. Do you think you could name them?
The Rams.
Mm-hmm. They're number 1.
Yeah, I know it's the Jaguars. Jaguars in there.
We are number 4.
Okay, we're number 4. Let's see, who else would it be? Dun, 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 dun. I would say Seattle.
Seattle's number 2.
Okay. Let's see, who else putting up a lot of points? Detroit been putting up some points lately.
They're not on there.
They're not on there? Okay.
Nope. And that makes it even more impressive because they do put up points.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got Los Angeles at 1.
Okay.
You've got Seattle at 2.
Okay.
Los Angeles is at 31.8. Seattle's at 31.4.
Okay.
San Francisco's at 29.4. We come in at 29.2.
Okay.
And we are above the Chicago Bears at 29.
Okay. I would have never guessed Chicago.
So we're averaging on the cusp of 30 points a game.
Yes.
In the last 5 weeks.
Last 5 weeks.
Now here's the thing, and this is what I was pointing out to everybody a few weeks ago. We dropped that Texans game. Ugly. Hurt.
Pissed off.
Very.
Yes, pissed off.
And you want to look at that game and you just want to be like, oh God, here comes the collapse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I was quick to remember, and I know you were as well, and so was Isaiah, and a lot of our, counterparts in this podcast network that we share here.
Mm-hmm.
We were one play away from that's a W. So you look at it and you're like, is it a collapse or did we just take our foot off the gas? And then you look at the next couple weeks, they just got better and better and better.
Right.
And now here we are. We're coming into a game where we do stuff like this on the first play. Now,
leading rusher Jonathan Taylor.
And you can see it, right, Eric?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go. Right there. Look at that dude right there. Right in the center. Just that's first play. That's off the rip. Okay.
You know what? I read a piece where was it a Luacon? He talked about that play. He said usually when Indianapolis come out, they run play action and try and hit the receiver across the middle. He actually said that. So Lloyd was on his film study. So when they expected it to happen, it was right there.
And that, that's the first play I meant to say, of course, of our defensive side of the ball, because now it's a good transition to move over to that side of the ball. Because as far as the offensive goes, we played a complete and thorough game. We played a full 60-minute experience. And that's what happens when we do that.
Right.
I mean, you've seen Brian Thomas come back, and I think the reason we're challenging down the field now is they know they have to respect Jacoby Myers. For some reason, and I don't know what it is, defenses just won't respect Parker Washington. I don't know why they're not. I don't know why they don't. He makes them pay for it every time. But For some reason, they just don't respect it. So now you've got Jacoby Myers, who they know they have to respect. They have to respect Britton Strange, and they know that. And then you got Brian on the outside. Insane.
Right.
And then, that also brings up a question, Eric, that I guess I should ask you now before we move on to our defensive side of the ball and segue into how great they played. Where's De'Ami Brown?
De'Ami Brown is in the doghouse. That's what De'Ami Brown is.
Yeah, saw a lot of Tim Patrick.
Yeah. De'Ami Brown, I think, he's gone after the year. He just hasn't produced as like they thought he would. Even we were high on him when they brought him in, like, okay, yeah, but he hasn't produced at all,
No. I actually remember the conversation we had when he came in too. Like, I remember I said he doesn't even have 1,000 yards collectively.
Right.
Until the playoff appearance the year before, or last year in Washington, where he just went off in the playoffs. He did. He went off. But you take that playoff run away, and he doesn't have 1,000 yards through all of his years in the league.
Right.
So you kind of start to wonder why. But then what really hit me when I had that thought was, we're doing all this without Travis.
Right. Exactly.
This is without Travis, and Travis is by far the most electric player we have to put the ball in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care what anybody says. That dude is a human joystick. Literally. Elusive to the max.
To the max.
Great hands and ball skills.
Exactly.
Like, he's our most dynamic weapon, and we're doing it without him.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't push all the way this year, which I'm not going to say we won't. I'm so sick of watching all of the podcasts like ours and them saying, well, this isn't a Super Bowl team. Stop being so optimistic, or so humble, I should say. Mm-hmm. Be more optimistic in the fact that this team is finding a way to beat good teams. We have a lot of quality wins this year, which is why when we had the same record as the Colts, we were still number one.
Right.
That's why we were number one. We have better wins.
Exactly.
We played a lot of teams that are going to be in the playoff. Seriously.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
We almost beat the second best offense in the league. Mm-hmm. We did almost, but Trimming doesn't need. Hold on, let me do this real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on, Robert. I'm gonna bring you up and let everybody read it and catch up while I finish this thought, and we'll come back to it. Okay. So we almost beat the Seahawks. Almost. I mean, we had a rougher day that day, but it was still a good game. We got decimated by the Rams. That was bad.
Yeah.
But we beat the 49ers playoff team. Obviously. We beat the Chiefs that just came from the Super Bowl. Now, they don't look so good this year. They don't. I mean, but that, unfortunately, that just is what it is.
Right.
But we've had multiple games this year where people are like, "Oh, Jacksonville, you're not going to pull this one out." No way, Jacksonville's not pulling that off.
Mm-hmm.
They pull it off, and just keep stacking good wins.
Keep stacking wins.
They just keep stacking good ones. And
there's a term that's used: learning how to win. And first year coaching staff, first year front office, team learning a new system, and you're gonna have to learn some things. Now, are they learning to win? Heck yeah. Look at the Vegas game. What was the other overtime game we had?
Arizona.
I can remember. I remember. Last year those were losses without a doubt. So this team not only learning how to win, they expect to win, and that's a big difference when you step on the field. Because this is the NFL. It's not like you really got bad players. You know what I mean? All of them are the best at what they do for the most part.
Yeah, so, you're playing the best the world has to offer.
Yeah.
This is the league, man.
So to go out there and just perform the way this team has been performing the last few weeks, you should applaud that. Should be happy about that. And they're getting better. If you haven't seen the growth from week 1 to now, I don't know what you've been watching.
I was gonna say you ain't watching.
Right. You just ain't watching. Even with the coach Cohen, he has grown as well. His play calling is getting better. And it's showing, So
I agree.
hopefully keep it going.
I agree. No, Tremble doesn't need to catch returns anymore. Tootin and DeAllen until Washington comes back. I completely agree. I don't know why. I don't know why we weren't. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I saw LaQuint Allen on the sideline pregame. Dude already was skied up. His ski mask was on immediately. Like, I was like, oh, he's on that. Oh, yeah. 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 He's on one. He's on one. And dude, that guy's a little maniac with the ball, and I love it. Yeah, so I agree with Robert. Give him the ball on every return. Yeah. And honestly, even after Parker does come back, don't get me wrong, I love Parker, and he is the best returner we have. He is. But I would not be mad to see them bring him away from the return game simply because he is that much of a weapon in the offensive passing game that I don't want to risk something happening to him like just happened. He got hurt on a return. So he is our best returner. I mean, I'm not – that's no doubt. But, like, I still think LaQuint Allen Jr. can get us some yards too. I think he'll do enough for sure that it would be okay to let Parker focal point offense now. Right. Because we need him. We need him. I don't want to see Tim Jones anymore. He's not or Tim Patrick. He didn't do bad. Sorry. I damn sure don't want to see Tim Jones, but Tim Patrick didn't do bad. He did good this game. He really did. He did well this game. But I will say, if that's Parker Washington on the field, I'm not wondering if Tim's going to catch those. I know Parker's catching those. Mm-hmm. Like, in all of those catches that Tim had, which props to Tim. I'm glad you showed up and played.
Yeah.
That's guaranteed for Parker. That's another day in the office.
I think Tim was trying to make up for that play in Arizona.
Well, he got to. He got his big mouth sister out here on Twitter talking trash like he ain't messing up.
You know what? But the funny part is, every time he caught a pass Sunday, I thought about his sister and her. I'm like, I wonder what she putting out there now.
I literally looked at the person that was beside me because I was blessed and fortunate enough to watch the game from the Gallagher Club. Right. So I was at the rail, and you got everybody stands up in there for the most part, and they just kind of walk around. And this lady was the first thing she said when one of the catches went off, and she was like, "I wonder where his sister is." I said, "Yeah, I wonder what she gonna put on Twitter today." She said, if she's smart, she gonna put her damn phone down. So, I mean,
yeah.
All in all things considered, though, I do agree with you, Robert. I think I'm worried about Tootin doing it because Tootin got hurt on one too. He came back in the game, but he did get hurt on one.
He did get hurt on one. And I think you do have to be careful with that because he is your backup running back.
Well, you definitely got to be careful with that now because we're still in the situation where we got to pay ETN this year.
Right.
And that may not go the way we want it to go. So, but that's something we can come back to in a little bit. Defense. Phenomenal. When you start out with a play like we just showed a minute ago, when you start out and you got Devin Lloyd jumping the ball immediately, taking the ball right back, and that turns into points off of turnovers. Amazing. They forced 4 turnovers?
3.
They had 2 picks, and I thought they had 2 fumbles.
No, it was 2 picks and a fumble.
Okay, so 3. Okay. Yeah. 3. Well, you create 3 turnovers in the biggest game of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We like that. Uh-huh. And the hits, they were playing with tenacity. Those boys were fired up. Like, so they came on the field, and the first thing I said was, like, I actually have a small clip from the play that Devin Lloyd picked it off. Mm-hmm. Because I told my buddy that was with me, I was like, dude, they're bouncing.
Right.
Like, these dudes are ready to play. And it don't matter who's in front of them. They're coming.
Right.
And bam, right out the rip. And they carried that energy till the end of the game.
Yes.
They did. They really did. And that's what I was excited to see. Tootin also led with his head low, dangerous. No, you're absolutely right. He did. I'm not saying he didn't get hurt by his own devices, but I mean, you think about it. If that's something that's in his brain to do, you could coach it out of him, and he may not do it 99% of the time, but there still will be every now and then he's going to do it. Yeah. And you just got to hope it doesn't hurt him, because when we get to that conversation a little bit, Robert, I will bring this comment back up and we can talk about it. But that's dangerous. Yeah. You're playing with fire on that. Just like how we were talking about playing with fire with Parker. You know what I mean? Like we're trusting Tim Patrick right now. And he did play really well this game, but you're playing with fire by putting him out there on every return because he should be focal pointing offense. We need him, especially with Travis gone. We need him. Yo, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Duval TV.
Good to see you. Duval. But anyway, defensively though, I felt like the corners were sticky when the routes came to him. Yeah, we know we did already kind of touch on the soft zone. We know he started backing off, and clearly we called the dogs off.
Yes,
I mean we did.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I agree with it. I don't think that this division is not coming down to a points differential. It's not. We're in almost a must-win situation against Denver. Here's the only way we lose this division. Houston wins out, and we lose to Denver. Now, we can lose to the Jets, but as long as we beat Denver, we're good. We'll still win the division. But, of course, if we win out, then obviously there's nothing they can do.
Right. Well, see, our last, 4 games, they're all AFC opponents. Right? So that does count, somewhere in there. But
and we only have one conference or one division loss, which is the same as the Texans.
Right.
So if we go into this last game stretch, which I mean, thinking it, I don't know what our conference record is. I don't know if the Texans are winning out. I mean, I feel you, Robert. It's very possible. I'm not going to say I'm not going to sit here and be naive. They're getting hot at the right time too.
Yeah,
they are. They're finding their stride at the perfect time for them. That's what they needed. But I mean, I can't sit here and pretend like the Chargers didn't look really good towards the end of the game last night and seem like they found a little bit of tenacity. And if they can hold, look, it takes a good team to take the Super Bowl champions to overtime and pull it out. I don't care that their offense in Philly looks off this year. It does, but they are the Super Bowl champions, and there's a really good chance that they go back again. I mean, it's still really good. Don't get me wrong. The Rams and the Rams and the Seahawks are juggernauts right now, but you can never underestimate Philadelphia in the build that they have currently. You just can't, because even last year, everybody was convinced it was going to be Washington, and look what happened.
Exactly.
So, conference record 6-2. Thank you. All right, so if our conference record is 6-2, and we go into this last stretch here, we play the Jets. That, I'm going to be honest, that better be a damn W. I will be pissed. Then we play the Colts again. We play the Colts in Indianapolis. I think we take that. I have no fear of the Colts at all, especially without anything representing competent quarterback play. Phillip Rivers is still good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not finna sit here and pretend that just because that man is old, he don't know football, because he does. Let's not pretend this ain't Phillip Rivers, okay? But we got that. Yeah, see, right as I said it.
Yeah.
And
okay, so they signed Phillip Rivers. His high school, he was coaching, ran the same offense that the Colts run.
So he'd be comfortable.
Yeah, he'd be comfortable. That's if he, I think they brought him in more to be the backup to Leonard. I don't really think they brought him in to start.
I'm going to be completely honest. It wouldn't matter to me anyway, because we were tearing their ass up before Daniel Jones went down anyway.
Right, exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
Right.
I don't care who. That's the one thing I would like to point out. Like I've seen a lot of Colts fans that just keep going. If we had Daniel the whole game, we were whooping ass before Daniel went out. What are you talking about?
Right.
Like it was what? It was 21-7? Bro, stop the madness. But Robert makes a good point. The Texans defense will kill Herbert. The Texans defense will kill anyone. Let's be real. Which I think also, just side note, is just a testament to how good Trevor actually is, because they didn't. But just whatever,
Right.
And just what do we know? I think you're right, Robert. I think that's true. But also, I can't say that our defense killing him is what reaffirms that. Justin Herbert does not play well in Jacksonville. He doesn't play well against Jacksonville, period, but he damn sure doesn't do it in Jacksonville.
Right.
We hurt their third string QB's knee in the last game. He's week to week. Yeah, Riley Leonard has a knee injury, by the way.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but all the things considered, I don't give a damn who they put at quarterback. I don't care. Because Shane Steichen is an incompetent moron. And I'm just saying, you have the best running back in the league. It's a rain game, and you try to get cute on the first damn play of the game.
Right.
Stop it.
But that's the tendency.
Stop it.
That's a tendency.
And you know what, though? I got to say, though, this kind of goes with our defensive conversation that we're having, too, though. It's just like, I felt like we did an amazing job at eliminating Taylor and Tyler Warren. We did a phenomenal job.
Yes. Now, see, that's who was really worrying me, Tyler Warren. And, you know, you didn't hear his name called at all, damn near the whole game, which is, like you said, is an outstanding job. Because Tyler Warren's pretty decent. You know, he's been having some decent games.
I think between Tyler Warren and Brock Bowers, you are looking at the next Travis Kelce and George Kittle.
Okay. I can agree with that.
I mean,
I really
those two guys are going to be the future of the tight end position. But I got to say, though, I think you give Britton Strange one full year in an offense with no injury, Britton Strange is with him. Strange is a freak. Don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. Britton Strange is a freak. And him being back in the offense makes all of the difference.
The difference. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
But that being said, I also felt like, you know, we still survived again being the best rushing defense in the league. We have yet to give up a single 100-yard rusher.
Yeah.
And I like that. I felt like we actually got good pressure on the quarterback this game, too. I was happy with that. Very happy with that. Strange reminds me of Mercedes Lewis. I'll tell you what. If Strange can manage to play even a half of as long as Mercedes Lewis, he's still playing.
Yes.
Signed to a team right now.
Yes, he is still playing.
If he manages to do that, I'll be more than happy. Because I agree. Mercedes Lewis would go up for balls, and he was a hell of a chip blocker, too.
Yeah.
I agree. But I think Britton Strange is better. Like,
I was about to say that. Yes.
Same type of build. Britton Strange is just better at it.
Yeah.
Strange is better. I also, you know what I didn't feel like I missed the whole game?
What's that?
Dewey. So I guess it's time for me to kind of eat it a little bit because I've been preaching the whole time. Hey, y'all gonna realize if Dewey goes down, we're gonna miss him. And I gotta be honest.
Well, you know, that goes back to what I was speaking about earlier. That just shows the growth of the team. Because earlier in the season, if he was out, we would have noticed. But Eric Murray was back. And even Antonio Johnson, and, you know, we give Antonio Johnson hell on this show. You know, he's been playing. And Lane too, because Lane was out there as well. So
I agree.
It's showing the growth of this team and the depth that is there when needed.
Right.
You know,
I completely agree. I felt like Antonio Johnson did everything I'd want to see him do. And Rawan Lane, when given opportunities, I felt like he was a missile to the ball. And he was sticky in coverage. I was more than pleased. More than pleased. And then you look at the edge rushers. Josh Allen did what I was talking about Josh Allen had to do.
Right.
And this right here, this summarizes it.
Right.
Everybody that has to step up is doing their job.
Good job.
You're absolutely right. That right there. And this actually, I think this is a little bit, I don't think you can overstate this comment, actually, because
you can't.
When I say things like, because you hear even Isaiah when we have guests on the show, or you saw us go on Travis Holmes podcast, and you know when they say things and they're like, "Do you think that the Jaguars are a playoff team?" And are you willing to say that the Jaguars are good? Well, define good, and define a playoff team other than the obvious that they made it in, because clearly that's not what you're talking about. Playoff teams are who you expect to make a push in the playoffs, not just make it there and be first-round exits. First-round exits are not who you consider playoff contenders, right?
Right.
Okay. And to be something more than a first-round exit, what do you have to do? You have to win the games that you're supposed to win.
Right.
And your depth has to do their job when asked to do so. we have done all of those things. And as each week passes, we do them a little bit more dominantly than the week before.
Right.
So that being said, this comment right here to me is, I think, literally just the epicenter of everything we've got going on right now.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm gonna eat my words right now, because after the Texans game, I was one of the main ones. This is not a playoff team at all, you know. But the last 4 weeks have shown me, okay, yeah, they are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, that comes with the growth and learning how to win and learning how to do their job and not trying to do more than what they're supposed to.
And you see what Cyclops said right here, right? This, because you mentioned that Texans game.
Right.
It's funny that this comment is the truth. It is. I believe this.
Right.
I believe the Jags and the Texans are the two best teams in the AFC. I think the Broncos haven't really played any real competition, and when they did, they barely made it. But I can't hate on that, because that's winners win.
Winners win.
Okay? So we might not eclipse the Broncos. The Patriots have played no one. They are in the same boat as I thought that the Colts were in weeks ago, and look at where the Colts are at now. The Colts hit a stiffness in their schedule, and I'll be damned if they didn't completely fall apart. And it does nothing but get worse for them.
Yes.
Okay. So you saw what Liam Cohen said after that Texans game, and in the recent press interview, where he said we needed that game. As much as it sucks to take a loss, we needed that game.
Right.
Right. And Jags and Texans being the two best teams in the AFC, I completely agree. But you know what makes me feel so good about that? The Texans don't have an offense, and we do.
Thank you.
We both got a defense. They're the best passing defense. We're the best rushing defense in the league. We both got defense.
Right. Exactly.
So, hey, they don't need it. Let me bring this up.
Bring the one up before that. Bring the one before that. Yeah, it's called humbling, and that is what we needed. Exactly.
You were exactly right. You couldn't be more right. And welcome back in, bro. Good to see you. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about this objectively, okay? Let's talk about this objectively. You need us. You need help to win the division. Do you understand that? You cannot, even if you win out, if we also win out, you will not win the division. Do you understand that?
No, he doesn't.
You cannot win the division on your own. We have a better offense. No, you don't. No, you don't. Your offense does absolutely nothing. What are you talking about? You just have the best defense in the league. Overall, you have the best defense in the league. I will give you that 10 out of 10 times. Well, I appreciate you realizing that, because a lot of Texas fans don't. And the only reason I say it, it's not as an insult to you. It's just, you got to understand, like, when it comes to Jags and Texans fans talking about things, you gotta set the floor for how delusional the fan is you're talking to. And I'm being completely honest, because the Texans were in a bad spot to start the year. Their defense heated back up and started going back on, and it goes crazy.
Right.
Hey, you're right. We did split games. We split games, but you know the game we won. We won the game when you had your better offense on the field. But we do have a game on you. You're absolutely right. We do have a game on you. And here's the thing. Oh, we're gonna sweep the Titans too, big dog. If you didn't see the belt the ass we just put on them a couple weeks ago, hey, and I'm glad the Texans did too. To be honest, I love to see teams take care of games that they got to take care of.
Right. You know what?
Because I love football. I'm a Jaguars fan first, but I'm also a football fan.
Right.
So I don't like seeing teams that you looking at it, you're like, damn, yeah, y'all should take this one. This one should be a pretty easy win for you. And you go out there and you just see a struggle fest the whole time. That's terrible. Don't nobody want to watch that. And, to be honest with you, the Jags and the Texans are in a very similar position with that too, because we both have another game with the Colts.
Yep.
So, of course, you think this. You're going to think this.
Yeah.
You're supposed to think this. And quite honestly, if you want to be honest with you,
oh Lord.
Listen, here's the thing. If you want to be honest with you, look at receivers. We definitely have a better receiving core now. Like you have one
Nico Collins. Nico Collins.
Yeah, you have Nico Collins. Your two receivers have shown. Your two rookies have shown flashes. You've got a potential to have a really good one, but you don't have a really good one yet. You don't. Stop it. Stop it. Tank Dell being gone. Tank Dell was your next one, and then now that's sad. That is sad because he is amazing. Tank Dell is amazing, and Higgins has got a lot of potential, but he's not there yet. He's not
there yet. Right.
But
yeah,
Higgins is very similar to Nico. I completely agree. Well, DeAndre Hopkins was their best, but we're talking about right now.
No, Andre Johnson was the best.
Yeah, we could go around and around about that for sure. Your slot receiver, but see, the thing is, your slot receiver is good. We got Jacoby Myers, one of the best hands in football over the last 3 years. Brian Thomas Jr., he's coming back from injury, but debatable or not, him and Nico both had similar slumps this year towards the beginning of the year. So we could call that what you want. And now Brian Thomas is back. Brian Thomas is faster. He goes up more contested catches. Brian Thomas will surpass him at some point. But even if he hasn't yet, it's still one receiver to one receiver. And then we have Parker Washington, who's one of the greatest slot contested catches in the league. Argue with a wall. Just watch that dude's tape. I don't even have to be a Jags fan to dead serious tell you that. Like, Parker Washington is the truth.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying I think you're missing the point. I'm not saying they don't go up and get the ball. Both our teams have receivers that go up and get the ball. I agree with you. And CJ, all CJ has to do is put it up there. Yeah, but CJ has to stop seeing ghosts in the backfield to put it up there. Because you can't lie now. There was like an 8-game stretch where CJ just did not look like a quarterback. He just looked like a dude holding the ball. And I'm just saying. But either way, not the point. Point is
not the point. There you go.
Point is, Texans need help to win the division. So we are in control here. The Jacksonville Jaguars are in control.
Right.
Until we either mess it up or we win out. And honestly, winning out is a very conceivable idea at this current point in time. We have beaten stronger teams than the Broncos. I think the Texans are a stronger team than the Broncos personally. Their defense is way better.
Right.
Way better. Now this one, because our offense is finding its legs now. And we're coming into Liam Cohen's new coach. You know what I mean? We're getting comfortable, like Eric said.
Yeah. Well, you have to understand that the 2 games we played against the Texans for 7 quarters, we beat the crap out of them pretty much.
Eric, you want to take this one?
What?
You could take this.
You're not saying that Christian Kirk. Man, Christian Kirk was good when he was with Trevor. No, Christian Kirk ain't good. He can't stay. Hell, he can't even stay healthy.
And
that's a big problem.
He fell off his last year. There's a reason we didn't pay him, dude.
Right. Exactly.
He's acceptable. He's serviceable at the position. But he's not better than Parker. He is not better than Jacoby.
No.
He's not better than Travis Hunter. Like, it's not even close. Not even close. No. But either way, I think the Texans are a stronger team than the Broncos. We play the Colts again that are going to have either Phillip Rivers or Anthony Richardson, whichever one they decide to play that week.
I don't think Anthony Richardson coming off IR.
I don't think he is either, but I feel like we're going to see 1 week of Phillip not being able to move around, and they're going to make it.
Well, I'm saying that because here's the thought process behind that. If they plan on bringing him off IR, I don't think they would have
defense in the league.
I don't think they would have signed Phillip Rivers. I really
agree.
don't.
Yeah, but this right here. So they said his eye is still like swollen pretty bad. Hey, you see this? Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, dog. I'm with you because look, the O-line is not coming together. You are delusional. You are talking yourself into a delusion right now. But this right here, where you talk about your running backs, you guys have 2 really good running backs. Woody Marks is going to be really good, but you're forgetting we have the best rushing defense in the league.
And Nick Chubb,
we played y'all twice. We played y'all twice. Keep that in mind. It's not like you're waiting to play us to find out. But we're still the best rushing defense in the league, bro.
Nick Chubb is not the old Nick Chubb either.
No.
No.
So again, we play the Jets. The Jets have thrown for negative passing yards in a game this year. I am not worried about the Jets, dude. We play the Broncos and the Colts and the Titans.
You know what? The Jets are one of them teams, man, that you don't worry about them, but in the back of your mind, you're like, because last year, remember, we played them, and We lost to them. We shouldn't have lost to them. The Jets are one of those teams right now who you don't even know. You don't even know who the hell the quarterback gonna be for the Jets this week.
True. That's very true.
You know, I heard Tyrod Taylor was taking over. Now they're saying some stringer taking over.
He is.
So, who's their running back? I haven't heard much from him this season as well.
We'll get to that.
You know, but he is dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, we get to that, and he is dangerous as well. You know, so this is a game we should win. Yeah, Breece Hall. We should win. You know, but then again, any given Sunday. But I do believe that Cohen is going to have this team ready to go, and we playing at home again. So yeah, I really think we'll handle business this time because they know what's at stake.
I completely agree. I think this right here is important to bring up too. I don't like that they're hiding that from the whole league, not just you guys. Something's actually wrong with him. Like, I think it's like clearly something's really wrong because of the timetable, but like I think they're really worried about whether he's going to come back at all, and they just ain't ready to say it.
Exactly.
And then this right here,
sure
Isaiah
trying to get rid of him,
aka Paul's finest, is unavailable tonight. He has a trip tomorrow, and our brother is getting ready. You know,
getting ready. Exactly.
We told him we hold down the fort. You know, he knows we got him. We got his back. But I appreciate you asking him because that's our dog. But you know, honestly, I think this team is doing something now that they haven't done even in the earlier parts of the season, where we're not playing down two teams. Like, we're not playing to match whatever they're doing. And that is why I don't feel like a trap game is something I'm too worried about. Because if it was, we would have slipped against Tennessee. Or at least it would have been a closer game.
I was at not Tennessee, they're a divisional opponent. So no, we're not going to slip against them.
Well, we did a couple years ago. You know, when after Trevor's injury, we win that game, we're in.
Yeah.
That last game against Tennessee, we're in. No. Well, hear me out. Okay. Hear me out. Tennessee's terrible. They are, but they have a win on the schedule because somebody didn't take them serious. And in the earlier parts of the year, bro, we were not. We were not good. Like, not good when it came to bad teams.
Right. Exactly.
Now, this is crazy. This is crazy right here. But this I also agree. They're just looking for draft positioning. But no, I don't think we would have lost that game. I'm saying it would have been a lot closer. Like, we were clearly in control from start to finish. We did what we wanted when we wanted. And we did that against the Colts as well.
Exactly.
Okay, and not only did we do that against the Colts, we've done it against multiple teams this year.
Yeah, we've done it against the Texans. Hell,
we just dismantled the Chargers. Yes. And I don't care what anybody says, the Chargers are a contender team. They are a good team. I'm not saying that they're a Super Bowl ready team, but I don't believe in those. I believe in any team can win it. So I think you know what I mean? Like, I think if you can put the Texans in the conversation, the Texans have an elite defense. We also beat the Chiefs. What that got to do with anything? We beat so, and we beat the Chiefs on arguably a bigger scale. Like, but anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
And you know, but you know what? You bringing that up, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, playing down the teams. The Chiefs were terrible that whole game, and we just seemed to play just the same type of terrible. And we just managed to pull it out in the end. So, oh no, you got jokes, bro. You funny. Yeah, and we did this. This is the key part there. That's the key part. Good call.
Exactly.
Man. Good call.
Yeah.
But you know, that Chiefs game is a perfect example. We played down to teams, and we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So I think we're gonna walk in, and we're just and the Jets are coming to Jacksonville.
Exactly.
It's game time.
Yeah, it's game time.
It's game time. And quite honestly, I hope that Liam's not the coach that wants us to pull starters for the last game of the season.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either. I want us to win out. I would love to see us win out.
Yeah. That's
13
that's one
4.
reason why. Yeah, that's one reason why I don't think he's going to do it. Um, and number two, the continuity. Sometimes
I
that
agree.
ruins the continuity of a team when you do that. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do it. They're going to play,
Well, let
and
me
there's
ask you
too much
something.
at stake. And it's too much at stake.
I agree. You can't afford to slip up.
Right.
But let me ask you something. Also, fuck yeah, we fuck with that belt to ass. Anyway,
right.
obviously you asked the question last week, and it was a great question. Was if we lost out from here on, which at this
Mm,
point would put us at 9-8, a winning
right.
season.
A winning season.
You obviously consider that a success. Where do you put Liam Cohen in the Coach of the Year conversation?
Hmm.
Because I think that's something that has to be talked about.
Yeah. Let's see. Looking at the other coaches, new coaches, Mike Variable in New England.
But does he count though? In
See,
my opinion,
and that's my argument too. Does he really count? I mean,
yeah,
he
because
just
this is not Braves' first go around, big
right,
dog.
exactly. So, you know, I think Liam Cole actually should be the coach of the year right now.
I
I
think
mean,
it's him or Ben Johnson.
well, yeah.
And you know what though? I'm so happy to know that our coach is in the conversation too, because I know we were all upset when we didn't get Ben.
Right. Well,
We
yeah.
were.
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah.
We thought it was a clear, concise decision: Ben Johnson or bust.
Yeah. That is true.
And the fact that we didn't, we were all like, like it's not like we don't dislike Liam, but like, how's this gonna go? Like, is it gonna be the same? Like, are we gonna get this, offensive guru? And so far, we have.
Right. We have. Right. Has
So,
there been growing pains? Of course. But it's getting better, and it's beginning to put a top product out on the field, which is always a good thing. Always a good thing. But back to your question, yes, I consider the season a big success. Whether we lose out or not, it has been a success. You've seen the growth. You've seen a picture of the future, what this team can be and probably will be. Yes. And to talk about it, we only won 4 games last year. We had 9 already with
and
4
that's how many
games left.
losses we have.
Yeah, with 4 games left. So, yes, it definitely has been a success. Yeah, I
I agree.
know Travis Hunter got hurt and we traded our first round pick for him and blah, 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 blah. It's
I don't even
NFL,
care.
it's football.
I don't even
It
care.
happens.
I don't care. It's
That's
not like
just
our first round pick's going to be that great next year now, anyway.
that means exactly. And that means just Travis is going to be a lot better next year because he gets to sit and watch also and study film and get some more coaching done, while rehabbing and what have you. So, yeah, it's all looking good right now. It really is. So,
All right.
yeah.
So, that in mind, this to me, and you tell me how you feel about it, like this to me feels like 2017.
Damn. I was thinking that. Yes. It
This feels
really
like
does.
2017 because
Right.
we're coming down the stretch. We're still not getting any respect, and that's fine. I love the way Liam and them responded to that, and we can get into that in just a minute. But we're still not getting any respect. We're not really getting the recognition. Here and there we are. We're on the power rankings, but you can't ignore us.
Right.
You can't ignore us right now. We're a division leader. We're the number 3 seed in the current playoff bracket. You have no choice. But I remember that year, like we weren't even in as good a position as we are right now. And even that year, though, it was like I remember playing these big games. I'm like, God, I just hope the Jags don't do the Jags thing. Like,
right.
please, just pull this out. Like when we went into Pittsburgh,
You're right.
Like, damn, please don't do the Jag thing.
Exactly.
And we didn't. And you're like, damn, that's crazy. But it felt like it was like, eventually this is going to run out of steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yes.
I feel like we were robbed in that conference game, but that's another conversation for another time. But
yes.
This year, when we're winning these games, it's expected.
Difference. That is the difference. That is the difference right there. You are now expecting this team to go out and win and dominate. You know what I mean? And dominate. What? And gets treated like, yeah. Yeah, well, we done had that conversation many a times on the show. So yeah. Um, but back to the team. Um, yes, you know what? And they should play the no respect card right now. Because even though we are where we are, a lot of teams and a lot of media are not paying us any attention still. Even if you look at the teams we beat this season, it's like, oh, okay, they got lucky or blah 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 blah. But 9 wins are 9 wins in the NFL.
I mean, hey, you
I mean, overtime wins. Big playoff contenders, uh, and we just been going to that butt. So yeah, keep playing it. It becomes a mindset. Okay, no respect. We gonna show you how to respect us. It's more than just words now. Let's put it on the field. We gaining our respect on the field, not in the popularity contest.
I completely agree. I completely agree, and I think too. Like even when we talk about things like that,
Mhm.
I don't care if they respect it.
I don't
You just
think
got
it
you just
does
gonna have
either.
to got to see it whether you respect it or not, because you gonna see it
Right,
and you gonna feel it.
right,
And
exactly.
this right here, to me, it feels different because Trent is no longer part of the organization. Every move makes a difference. I completely agree with that because that is the difference. Like this year feels like 2017 to me in the way of success itself.
Right.
Like
I
it
know what you
feels
mean
like
when you
we
said
have a
that.
chance to do something,
Right.
but it feels different in the sense of like we were just saying, like it's expected. We're
And
stepping on the field and we expect to win.
yeah, and I think the players respect the front office now also,
I
especially
completely agree.
with Tony Picelli, EVP. Yeah,
Mhm,
it's a different atmosphere. You can actually feel it when you watch the team play. You
mhm.
know, the big word cultural. Okay, so it's a big different culture now, and the players are buying have bought into it, and they're happy. Happy players play hard for you.
I
You
agree.
know,
And then you
yeah,
got, like Cohen said, keep giving the disrespect because our players love to play pissed off. Clearly. They have come out since that Texans game and just put belt to ass on anything in the way.
right, exactly.
I mean, when you
So
come out and you put a dismantling performance on like we did against the Chargers, you make a statement. You tell everybody like we are for real.
we are for real.
You come out, you have a rough game, you go to overtime, you still win it. You're still sending a statement. The statement is we'll win the ugly ones too. Then you go into Tennessee, you really put belt to ass. Like, hey,
Mm.
we were supposed to win this game, but we didn't just
Right,
win this game. We did what we wanted to.
right.
You leave that Tennessee game, come to Jacksonville, and everybody's like, "Oh, this Colts team is about to show y'all. This Colts team is for real. This Colts team at one time was 7-1.
Got
Hey,
belt to ass.
they got belt to ass."
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
my biggest thing is too is like, and I'll open this up to some of the people in the comments too, because we got a few people watching.
Okay.
For all the Trevor doubters and like maybe all the naysayers, what do you have? What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now? We're 2 weeks straight of multiple touchdowns, no turnovers, crazy passer rating, good IQ, and just hard football. What do you say now?
Oh, they out there. Oh, they are
Mhm.
out there.
Oh
you
no.
know. Yeah. You know.
Ah,
they out there.
ah,
Right.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. And I'm watching Trevor roll through and make these impressive throws. He's stepping up in the pocket, running the ball for multiple yards. And the only thing I'm thinking in my head is you fucking tell him. And I found myself multiple times during the game. Uh-huh. Yeah, you know what's up, Michael.
Yep.
And I found
Exactly.
myself multiple times during the game just looking around. Where y'all at now?
Where y'all at? Yep.
What will you say now? What will you
Exactly.
say now? Because
Right.
Eric, and you've seen this, and you know this because you're right there with me. But you've seen me go on multiple podcasts. You've seen me be on our show multiple times, week in and week out. you've gone on podcasts the same way, and people come at you the same way, and they're like, "Oh, you've just got your teal glasses on. You're just defending him. Like you've got to see this." No. What I see is
right.
I watch this team every snap that they play. I watch every one of them.
Right.
I could tell you what the problems with the team are. And Trevor Lawrence is not a problem with the team.
Nope.
Hey, that's accurate. We love that. We love this. They can get as much of it as they want. Because I'll tell you what, especially after we put belt to ass on a team that was 7-1, holding the number 3 seed, and now they're out of the playoffs because we put belt to ass on them. I got time today.
Right.
What's up? We got time today.
Exactly.
What's good with you? And I'll tell you what, though, like, this year has been so deserved for the fans of Jacksonville, especially after last year, losing so many one-score games. Oh, it was painful. It was such a painful year last year.
Go ahead.
And you come into this year, and you got people like Eric that's seen it all. He's been here since the inception.
Yep.
He's seen every season.
Every season. Every season.
So you're in the unique position to tell us right now, Eric, where are we at right now that maybe even we weren't in 95 or 98 when this team was dominating? What do you see in this team that resembles maybe the tenacity that you saw from those teams? Or what do you think that we have now that could help us build the culture to create that once again?
The physicality and the head coach. And the front office also. You know, back in 98, 99, when the team was kicking butt, and those were very physical teams, believe it or not. They were very physical. And once they stepped on the field, you didn't expect nothing but the best out of them. And that's what they gave you week in and week out. You know, Tom Coughlin was the coach, and he was a stickler, but they respected him and they played hard for him. And that's what you're seeing right now with Lee and Cohen. You know, the players are playing hard for him. So, I see more trusted players are coming together there, listening to each other. And like Eric said, the front office. Yeah, exactly. You know, when a player trusts the front office, they'll play hard. Believe it or not, they will play hard for the team. Now, like the case with Bulky, I think the locker room was lost with Bulky. They didn't trust him any longer, you know, because of some of the decisions he made, and it started showing on the field. You know, so to say that is there's a lot of similarity, but I actually think this team that we're watching right now can actually be better than those teams, without a doubt. They can be better than the 2017 team, actually. You know,
I feel like they are.
Yeah.
The 17 team.
The 17 team. So, you know, consistency, of course, is going to have to be a little bit more consistent and get rid of some of the penalties. But as you saw in the Chargers game, when they put the penalties away and play, they can't be beat. They're unstoppable. You know, they are unstoppable. So
I agree.
Yeah.
We know what you mean, Mike. I know you mean Jordan Lewis. And see that right there. You just pointing that out. I can remember in years past trade deadline, we didn't do shit that was like, what are we doing?
We're doing exactly.
Why? And to be completely honest with you, Jacoby Myers, like, don't get me wrong, love Jordan Lewis. He's had some great plays for us this year, but there will never be a better signing. And honestly, this may go down as one of the best free agency signings we've ever made.
Actually,
Jacoby Myers.
Actually, it is.
I mean,
yes.
I mean, Jacoby Myers came in, and I think Jacoby, what we had before Jacoby was hunger. We had hunger, and we had the tenacity, we had fire, but we just didn't have the consistency.
The professionalism.
Jacoby is a professionally consistent player.
Right.
You know how you get that.
You know how you say sometimes you need that veteran in to show you how to be a professional, and that's exactly what Jacoby came in and did. You know,
I agree. And this comment right here, I think this comment also couldn't be understated. Trevor's always shown when he can buy into a game plan, he can produce. The front office now has it to where the entire team has bought in, and it's showing.
Yeah.
I think that's there's nothing more spot on, because I think you've seen in years past where you got Trevor's throwing a lot of boneheaded picks, right? You're like, damn, man, like, what are you thinking? And I think all he's thinking is he knows he's the only one that's bought in. Like, maybe not literally that thought, but he knows he's the only one that's all in for this guy.
Right.
Because you got people even in the past 2 years where, like, you saw it. We let go of Caldwell. First thing he said was the problem's still in the building. So clearly not everyone was bought in.
Right. Exactly.
Okay? And if you got a quarterback that tells you, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I believe Trevor when he says he was bought into Doug Peterson and their scheme. I believe he's telling the truth, because he had some really good stretches. But you got players that are just not cutting it. Like me and Eric and Isaiah have talked about this until we're blue in the face. They're just not good enough.
Right.
Not like
good enough.
You got people Walker Little, Myers second best pick behind Calais Campbell. I don't know, and we'll get to that. Hold on to that thought, okay? I think when you're looking at like the buy-in standpoint, right? Everyone, like you said, is bought in, and you're seeing all three phases of the game are playing consistently good football.
Mm-hmm.
There's not one phase of the game now where you're in these, especially this past month, where you're like, damn, they really need to get it together. Like, damn, they're being carried right now. That's not happening.
Right.
And that's why even earlier when Texans buddy is like talking about Texans this and that, the Texans are being carried by their defense.
Thank you.
Our defense is showing up, but so is our offense, and so is special teams. So that being said, like, we're playing good football in all three phases. And if you can put a full 60-minute game of all three phases of consistency, you cannot be beat.
Can't be beat. You're right.
And now on to this. Myers second best pick behind Calais Campbell. I'm going to disagree, and here's why. Calais Campbell made a massive impact. You are 1,000% correct. I think Jacoby is going to be the reason this team goes to Super Bowl or playoff contention like status. Calais was just another great piece to a defense that was already insane.
Right.
That was a damn good defense. It really was. Like, it was star-studded. And don't get me wrong, not taking away from Calais. I love Calais. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, I'm pissed he's not a Jaguar right now.
Yeah. I think Calais, when he came in, brought leadership. Leadership. And don't forget, that was Josh Hines Island. Calais mentored him. So he brought the leadership and professionalism, to that team. Because that was still a young team, believe it or not. It was a very young team. So that's where Calais' presence actually paid off. Yeah, what did it say? Last dream brought Gabe Davis. He should be just get paid your gun.
But this right here actually just ties into exactly what I was saying.
Right.
Our offense was kind of stuttering, right? Even without Calais, that defense would have been fine.
Right.
It wouldn't have had as many sacks. Calais was a monster for sure, but the defense would have been fine. Like, that was they had dogs at every position. This offense, we got dogs at receivers, but we needed that something else. It was missing something.
Yes.
Jacoby is what it was missing, that consistency. And now that they've got it, I mean, I know he said this kind of like in a joking way, but like, this is 100% the truth. Like, Gabe Davis comes in, does absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Like, we paid him so much money to get rid of him.
Right.
He shows, and then you got Myers. Myers just comes in and is like, look, hey man, just put your hands out.
Right.
And you're there. And look what happened. Look at what has happened, because it's not just Jacoby playing that way. You could tell he's elevating the other players in that receiver room. And that's when you know you've got a truly great one.
Right.
They elevate others. Like, they don't even have to be a Hall of Famer themselves, but if they can elevate the players around them, those are the guys that you keep.
Exactly. And it's showing on the field now.
I completely agree.
We're not coming in here. We said, man, will somebody catch the dang old ball? You know what I mean? Because the receivers are actually catching the ball now. And that didn't start until Jacoby came on board.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I will say, I don't think we got too much more other than we can look into the Jets game. But the problem is, you don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Jets defensively, they're not the team they used to be. That's for sure. Quentin Williams gone. Of course, their linebackers are pretty decent. Still got Quincy Williams back there, who's fast as heck. But I mean, they don't scare you. In other words, what I mean. They do not scare you at all.
I'm not gonna be worried about a team that actually threw for negative yards in a game. Not gonna be worried about them.
Well, that quarterback not playing.
Definitely the missing piece for the season, no question. Could be that boost I've said all year. Got to get through the weeds, 7 to 10 wins. Well, we're at 9.
We're at 9 right now.
We're at 9. So that being said, that's why I think Jacoby is the more impactful signing.
Right.
I think the reason people would flock to Calais is just because of how much we love him. Give Jacoby another year or two here, you'll love him the same way.
Yeah.
And I personally think they need to pay him right now.
Yeah.
This is big too. They clearly roll it off, but they keep the anger. Right.
Which is important when it comes to playing sports.
Now, you know what, Eric? Normally, this is normally about where we cut it. But I can think of a couple other things to talk about.
Okay, well, let's go.
We got time. Let's ride. What you think?
Let's ride. All
right, then. So, my thing, obviously, the Jets, we could talk about them, but, again, you could go either way with that. And I think, honestly, more people right now, I could be reading this wrong, so maybe the people in the comments help me out. As Jags fans, we're more concerned with what the team's going to do moving forward than we are with the Jets right now. The team is focused on the Jets, and they should be. That's what they need to do. But for us, we're probably thinking of questions more like, what do we pay ETN? What do we pay Devin Lloyd?
Yes.
What do we pay Jacoby Myers?
Yes.
What do we do in the draft? And it's not draft time yet, but you're looking at this team, you're like, God, this team is really good.
Yeah.
This team is really good. And I've been of the belief since day one this season, you got to pay Travis. You got to. And then he comes out and runs like he's been running.
Yeah. Now, I guess the question is, what does he want? Because you still got to pay Jacoby and you got to pay Devin.
You paying Devin.
Okay.
And you got to pay Jacoby.
So you got to pay Jacoby and Devin. So where does that leave ETN? Franchise tag?
And you'd hate to do that to him.
Yes.
Because we already picked up a 5th year on him, so you already put him off another year.
Right. So, yeah. What is the decision here? All right. You know the impact that Jacoby has made since you brought him in. All right. Now, of course, we weren't privy until the conversation that they had with Jacoby when he was in Vegas. But what do you do with Jacoby? Do you trying to work his deal right now and work on the salary cap? Who are you going to release? Because you're going to have to release someone.
Yeah, we're going to be tight. And now this right here though. So I few of these comments, God, I appreciate. First of all, just a little time out. Thank you guys for showing up, man. Because I know it's late and y'all still out here. I appreciate y'all big time. Thank you. Now this is a big one.
I agree with Kevin. Well, go ahead.
This is a big one. This is a weak draft here,
right?
For running backs. You coming to this? I do believe that they are of the belief hard work pays off and they're going to pay him. I believe they're going to pay him, and I like the 10 to 12 mil over 3. I like that, and hopefully he likes it too. Now, Trayvon too soon.
Now, the only way, before we get to Trayvon, the only way ETN, I think Trevor is going to have a lot to do with whether ETN stays or not. Also,
I really do. I think he's going to want him here. First of all,
yeah.
Pay who you can, restructure some things, go into the draft for depth at O-line. In my opinion, we got the right mix of young veterans and young players. Let me be completely clear: Trevor will restructure his deal.
Yeah,
if they asked him, 100%. I guarantee you, he will move some of it to signing bonus and 100% free up as much cap space as they can, because Trevor cares more about winning. You could tell by the way he talks.
Right.
You can tell by the way he talks. He just wants the team to win. He knows he's set for life. Okay, dude. Once you sign that contract, you're good, bro. You're good. So you think about it. I think this is just another example where we can't get too cute. Is there anything strong in this draft class? I just hear that bad QB class, bad halfback, bad wide receiver, bad tackle. I'm gonna be honest with you, Brandon. I've heard the same. I worry about the tackles because we need one.
Yes, we need one.
And I think we got to go get one. I didn't see Millam get any play time. So clearly something's not right with him. I don't know if it's just he's just not ready or what.
He may not be ready.
Even all defense. And that's a hard one to sell too, because we need a corner help, I think, just for depth. But even at safety, everybody's like, oh, you need safety. I think you bring Eric Murray back on a cheap deal. He's played plenty well enough.
Right.
How long did we sign him, actually? Did we sign him 1 year?
I think it's 1 year.
I might be tripping. Because I know we gave Jordan multiple years, so we're good there. Great linebacker class if Lloyd isn't paid. There's no way this should be a conversation, though. You know, like this guy is especially if he doesn't miss any time this year, he's Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He's gotten it written all over him. There's no way this should be a conversation. This guy should be they should be paying him now. In all honesty.
Yeah.
I think him and Jacoby, they should be paid right now. Either way,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's in the works now as we speak. We just haven't heard about it. You know what I mean? They may be actually working on some deals right now, and just like Kevin said in the chat, I do foresee them restructuring some deals to clear up some money. I really do.
If this is a 13-4 season and a shot at a Super Bowl, you have to cement the established and pay the ones who produce the most. And Devin is Defensive Player of the Year candidate and should be paid week 16. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, 100% agree with you. And I think also just to add on to that, even if this isn't a Super Bowl year, you pay that man. We got a lot of mid-round draft picks. There's no telling what we do. I agree. And I think another thing, people are going to be quick to say, oh, safety. Rawan Lane and Caleb Ransall are going to be the future safeties. I'm telling you. Yes. Antonio Johnson's going to be right there with him. And I'm telling you, I am so excited for Caleb Ransall. It is not funny. So excited for that guy. And Rawan Lane has proven to be pretty damn solid too. And with Antonio Johnson having a resurgence in this scheme, oh yeah.
And the other part is they're getting playing time.
Yep.
Which is even better.
I agree. And I think that makes the world of difference.
Yes.
But you look into it, right? And you're looking in the future and I'm trying to look into the future right now because we've kind of already touched on the whole, like we can go 13-4, and I think we can do that easily. Now, does that mean we will? Who knows? But I think we could do that easily. This is where I would bundle like 4 of my draft picks to get a good tackle. I don't give a damn. Like, I would make something happen. Now, this I agree with. And that's why I say we need corner, but just depth. I don't think we need a new starting corner. I think you run Jordan, you run Travis, you run Jarian, and you're solid. You're good. Because Jarian's a dog, dude. Jarian's still him. I love Jarian. And Travis Hunter was locked down on defense. Lockdown. And then Jordan's he's a dog too. So
I think if this says right, we got him for 3 years.
Who?
So Eric Murray.
Oh, then we good. Hey, man, why are we not tweaking on him? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got Eric for 3. How long did we sign Jordan?
Doesn't say.
With the speed of the defenses today, Texans, Broncos got to have the O-line. I completely agree. And I think that's where you saw Trevor, Trevor still played well in the Texans game. We're one bullshit hands to the face from dog shit ass Chuma Doga from still winning that game.
Yes.
Imagine we have a competent and that's why I'm saying, man, like this team, like people always say, oh, the Jags aren't a playoff team. The Jags aren't a Super Bowl contender. Let me tell you something. If that fucking Chiefs roster can go to the Super Bowl last year, this Jags roster can.
Yeah, we got Jordan Lewis for 3 years also.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we're not in trouble with them. I love that. I love that. So now you just paid Jacoby Myers.
Right.
You're right. You're right. They are yapping and in denial. 100%. And I think that's what you see. That's what you see the most of when you talk about this Jags team. That's really what the most of it is.
Right.
And for me, like I watch this team and they step on the field and Trevor looks decisive. ETN looks confident. The receivers look strong. The offensive line looks competent. The defense is sticky, physical, fast.
But see, that is the growth you see from the first game up until now. You know, and like we said before, that Houston game was a wake up call. You know, the fourth quarter of the Houston game was a wake up call. You know, self evaluation. You know, let's see what we did well, what we don't do well, and make it happen. And since the team has come back from the bye, hey, they've been making it happen.
We beat the Broncos.
Some haven't been pretty, but you don't have to win pretty in the NFL. You just need to win.
You just got to win.
You just got to win.
Yeah.
You know, there's no popularity contest or what have you. Just get out there and win. That is the name of the game.
Well, the fact that people, even our own fans, will count us out right now and will talk against us right now is crazy because this comment right here, we own the division and still mathematically have a shot at the 1 seed. Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
If I'm not mistaken, if we beat the Broncos, we have a stronger victory schedule than the Patriots do. They'll take the one off of their record. But I think if they lose what? They're one. They have what? How many losses? 2? 1?
Who?
They have 2. The Patriots. They have 2 losses.
They have 2. Yeah, they got 2.
They could easily drop 2. I think that Patriots team could easily win out, or they could easily drop 2, or they could lose out. I think it's any given week with them for real. Like that's obviously the emphasis of the entire league, but I think it's especially true for them.
Right. You know, yeah, exactly.
But shout out to y'all, man. 15 still live viewers right now at 12:29 a.m. and 11:29 p.m. Eric time.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's
Hell yeah. And make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. Make sure y'all send us out to all your friends, anybody that, you know, likes the Jaguars, anybody just likes football. Because we obviously talk about all the football. We talk about it all.
Yes, so, we do. We talk about it all.
I think as far as I'm concerned, that might be all I've got now.
Yeah, I was trying to pull up the Patriots schedule, see who they have.
Well, yeah, let's look it up. Oh, yeah. Duval till we die, baby. You know what time it is.
Let's see. There's upcoming games. They got the Bills this Sunday.
Loss.
Then they got the Ravens.
W.
Then they got Jets.
W.
And then they have the Dolphins.
W. So they could their last chance to really drop one is this Sunday. I guess they could lose to the Dolphins. The Dolphins have been kind of like weird the last few weeks. Like I don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. You know, that's another one that's you know, you just don't know what team you're gonna get. Yeah, the Patriots 11-2. So yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, the Dolphins are on a win streak. Exactly. Yeah, they're I guess they're a fun little team right now. I don't know. So maybe they do. Maybe they do. But I think personally, though, I see us winning out. So
yeah, I mean, favorable schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if the team continues to play as they have, I don't see why not.
I agree.
I really don't see why not. You know, and especially with Boy going down in Indianapolis, that just, you know, because you assumed already that we was gonna split with Indy. We know they weren't gonna win in Jacksonville, but they have a better chance winning at home. But with their quarterback situation, you know, that's more of a we got that one too.
Yeah, the season's over.
Yeah, so the only big hurdle would be Denver, and like you said, their defense are carrying them more than the offense.
And our offense has still found a way to even pick apart the Texans' defense. So
right, exactly.
And Trevor's playing with confidence. Like, we're not just talking about. That
what makes the when the season first started, we was like, yeah, that's a loss in Denver. Yeah, but now as we get down to closer to the game, you're like, yeah, we can take them boys right there. Then it's in Denver, of course, but other than that, hey, Cam may mess around and kick a 70-yarder.
And Isaiah called it. Isaiah said he would break the NFL record this year, which he already did, but Isaiah called he'd break it in Denver. And very possible.
He'd be breaking his own. But that's a good thing. So,
but yeah, I mean, looking at all the schedules and everything going on, I think, man, we got it. I think we got it.
Yep. And that's right, Deanna. The healthier we get, the better we get. Everybody keeps saying that Denver is just a front.
They do. They do keep saying
Look, Denver relies on their defense, okay? They rely on the front seven of their defense. They because they got Surtain on the back, they figure they bring all the pressure they can with their front seven, and you make a mistake. I've been watching them the last few weeks, and yeah, that's all they do. They blitz like crazy. They blitz crazy. So, but with our receiving group and our team, we can make them pay, or we can make them pay. So I mean, there's all kind of holes back there. So they can bring it, but it's not going to be what they think. Offensively, offensively, they sputter. The best plays Knicks makes is when he's off schedule, when he starts running. Other than that, if he sits in that pocket and you cover, go man to man, or a real sticky zone, he's struggling. So yeah, the Denver game is definitely a very winnable game. We go in there with our minds right. Oh yeah, we can walk out there with W and really shock the NFL. To take down one of their golden teams this year.
I completely agree. With all that in mind, people, I think we're about to get ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, damn, it's a good time to be a Jaguar, ain't it?
Yeah.
Duval, baby.
Duval.
And like I said, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment on all of our other stuff. Go watch all of our other content. We got plenty of shorts and clips and stuff you guys should check out if you want to check it out. Don't forget to go follow all the other podcasts. We got one for every team in this division, whether we like them or not. This AFC South show as well, where our own resident Isaiah is a feature there. As the big man Curtis would say, be good people.
Be good people.
And we'll catch you next time. Peace.
All right. Duval. Shout out Worm.